We'll go ahead and get started here. We'd like to welcome Willie Mack III into the interview room at the Genesis Invitational. Willie, if we could just get an opening comment from you on how special it is to be playing this week on the Charlie Sifford Memorial exemption.
Yeah, for sure. Being able to play in this tournament, getting a award from Tiger on the Charlie Sifford invite is exciting, and I'm honored to get that award, and hopefully I can play well and keep that legacy going.
And you made your PGA Tour debut just a couple of weeks ago at the Farmers Insurance Open. What did you learn from that experience at your first start on the PGA Tour?
It was exciting. It was a learning experience. Just I had a couple driver issues, but other than that, I played well, and I think it got me ready for this week.
And last question for me before we open it up to the media that we have on the line. Have you had a chance to play the course this week, and what have you done in your preparation for the week?
I actually played 27 holes after I missed the cut at Torrey that Sunday, so I got a couple holes in that day, and I played 18 holes yesterday and 9 today, so I really like this course a lot better than Torrey.
All right, with that, we will open it up to questions from media that we have on the line. If you have a question, please type your name into the chat window, and I will call on you. Tony, since you're already up and on video, do you want to start us off? Tony Paul from the Detroit News.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. Hey, Willie.
How you doing?
Good. Just a couple things. Obviously, your story's been so well told over the last few weeks. What's that been like for you? I know you're a quiet guy. You didn't really embrace this telling your story thing. It took you some time to kind of embrace telling your story. What's this whole experience been like, sharing so much of yourself with the world?
Oh yeah, I'm a quiet guy. I actually never told that story or a situation to anybody other than Ryan from the Golf Channel. So I think maybe in the early stages of it happening, it was maybe a little bit embarrassing, but I'm glad I went through it, and it made me a better man and a better golfer today.
What did how long, did it take you a while to learn? Because I was talking with a guy from the tour, but did it take you a while to learn that it's not just about the talent, but about getting the opportunities?
Yeah, for sure. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't get the opportunity to show your skills and your game to the world, it's kind of blah. So hopefully I can come out here this week. I had a better preparation for this tournament than Torrey, and hopefully I can come out here and play well.
And maybe I missed if it was asked at the beginning, but just the initial reaction when you're 32, hadn't played the PGA Tour event, you get the call that you're gonna be in this event. Obviously, you ended up playing a couple weeks ago, but
right.
Your reaction, how did you find out? Where were you? Like, how did you get the call? Or
I was actually at the golf course practicing, and Mike texted me and told me to give him a call. So I went to my car and called him, and he gave me the good news, and I thanked him probably enough for a lifetime. And I got off the phone and called my dad, told him, and he kind of started crying. So it was a good day for me and my family.
What golf course were you at?
Champions Gate in Orlando, Florida.
All right. Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah.
I think we got a question from Mark Cannizzaro of the New York Post. Go ahead, Mark.
Hey, Willie, congratulations.
Thanks.
I had two questions, a couple questions for you. One of which was the fact that you got to play Torrey. How much made that help you this week? Since obviously that wasn't, obviously on your schedule.
Right.
That was an impromptu situation. How can that help you this week, do you think?
I think it actually happened for a reason, and I'm glad it did. I found out about my driver. I got some new equipment, and just that in itself I think maneuvering around the course and in the locker room and just different things, I think it helped me at Torrey and definitely in the future.
And just as a follow, with your in terms of your journey, which is incredibly fascinating already, can you be specific as to, obviously the times that you had to, sleep in your car and things like that? When did that occur? How long did that take place? And what was that like when you just really had no place to go, so to speak?
I think it was about 7.5 years ago. So it's been a while, but I was in and out of the car maybe for about a year and a half. I think the only person that knew was my dad and maybe a couple friends that houses I was staying at. But yeah, it was a tough time at that time. But like I said earlier, I'm glad I went through it and it made me a better person today.
What was that obviously precipitated by financial issues and things like that, pretty much?
Oh yeah, for sure. My dad gave me as much as he could at the time, and some people would help out here and there, but yeah, it's pretty much just me and my dad.
What is it like to envision what you're doing now, what you're trying to accomplish when you're, putting your head on a pillow in the backseat of your car? Can you even fathom that as you sit here now?
Oh yeah, I mean it was real life, so I remember it like it was yesterday. But I've come a long way, and I'm glad I'm not in that car, and I definitely am going to work hard and make sure I don't get back in there.
What kind of car was it, by the way?
It was a Mustang, so it was a tight squeeze.
Thank you.
We've got a follow-up from Tony Paul of the Detroit News.
Yeah, well, I mean, with all the travails that you went through, what kept you going or believing or not giving up?
Just knowing that my dad gave all his money and his time to put into something that his son wanted to do. So I didn't want to give up only for myself, but for him and my family also. It's everybody goes through tough times. I just went through a different one than most people, but I'm glad I got through it, and hopefully the future will be a lot better than that.
Yeah, obviously the car blow up on the freeway a few years back. What made you, most of us would probably grab our wallet first. What made you grab your clubs before the car kind of blew up?
I have no idea. At least if I had my clubs, I could make a few bucks. I can go to Walmart and buy some clothes, but I'm glad Peter Millar and Titleist and a few other companies helped out and gave me some of my belongings and clothes back. And there are some amazing people in this world.
Yeah, that's just the last one. For you, was a big turning point for your solid footing and kind of turning the corner, was a big turning point the Farmers deal for you?
Yeah, for sure. Not only the money aspect, but just to get the opportunities that I might not have had not being with them. Just getting the exemption into the Farmers after Kamayu got COVID-19, but just being in that opportunity to get that, and I think they're a great company, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Thanks a lot.
Next question goes to Dylan DeChair, golf.com. Go ahead.
Hey, Willie. Let's see, I was just wondering when you are the happiest on the golf course, and if you've always loved to play golf, or if it, sometimes feels like work and sometimes feels fun.
Sometimes it feels like work, but most of the time it's just fun. I get to do something I love, and I'm glad I'm in Orlando, Florida, so the weather is pretty nice all year round, and I couldn't ask for a better job.
What's your favorite part about practicing? Is it playing money games or chipping, or do you like putting and putting your headphones in? What specifically do you like to do when you're grinding?
Yeah, for sure. Get some music going and get to work. But I like short game and putting. That I probably do that the most. So that would probably be the go-to.
And then, is there any advice that you would give to yourself, maybe 3, 4, 5 years back, just now that you've been through more and lived more and played more?
Not really. Maybe told a couple people my story, but other than that, no. I think things work out the way they're supposed to, and I'm glad they worked out the way that they have.
Cool. Thanks, Willie. Play well this week.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Mark Canizaro, did you have another question? If so, go ahead.
Yes, I did. Thanks, Jack. Willie, what would you say to date is the your most cherished accomplishment on the golf course?
Probably having 65 wins. It might be the mini tour level, but just being able to get that many wins and know that you can close out tournaments, that's probably the best accomplishment.
And as a follow, obviously you're not a really young guy compared to some of us who are, but this is such a young man's game in terms of these guys that are coming out, as you well know, all around you.
Right.
Do you feel like you're a pretty seasoned guy with mini tours? Do you feel like there's catching up to do here? What are your goals? What are realistic goals in front of you? Where can you take this, do you think?
I want to be on the PGA Tour. I'm 32, so it's a lot of older guys out here, but the game is getting young. I don't think I'm that old yet, so I think I have a little bit of time, but hopefully this week I can play well and make something out of it.
And one last follow-up from me. Was there any moment in this journey where you thought, I gotta do something else, this isn't working out, did you ever think of stopping this pursuit that you're on right now with golf? Was there a low point?
A couple times in that car, sleeping in the car and having the hotel security come in and tell you got to move or you can't sleep here. So sometimes it got rough, but I always went back to what my dad said and never give up. So unless something tragic happened, I was never going to give up.
And when you were sleeping in the car, you were playing mini tour stuff back then, correct? That you're kind of traveling around doing that, right? Just to clarify.
Yeah, for sure. When I was sleeping in the car, I actually was winning I won the money list that year. So I was making some money, but you had to make a decision to either get a hotel and spend some extra money or play in the next tournament or eat. I still do eat the dollar menu at McDonald's still to this day from that, but yeah, it was rough.
If you had that much success, maybe you ought to get that Mustang back somehow. Just start recreating that, right?
No, I'm gonna let that Mustang stay wherever it's at.
Thank you, Willie. Good luck this week.
Thanks.
We'll take one more from Tony Paul. Go ahead, Tony.
Last one, Willie, I promise. Just how did growing up in Flint shape your resilience at all or any way?
Yeah, it's rough in Flint, especially today, the water crisis. So people there, just in 2021, they still don't have water. So back in the day we had water, but it was still a tough time. Not too many golf courses around there. So like I said, I just got to give a lot of thank you to my dad for sticking in there with me and making me the person I am today.
What courses did you grow up playing?
Swartz Creek, golf course, which is still open, and then Mott Park. I think they closed it. And another course, it was Pierce Park. It was kind of an 18-hole par 3 course. But they're all closed other than Source Creek.
All right. Thanks a lot. Good luck.
Thanks.
All right, Willie, those are all the questions we have. We appreciate your time and best of luck this week in your second start on the PGA Tour.
Thanks. Appreciate it.